first negative constructive speech. I'm responding to the main claim that Obama's Executive Amnesty should be legalized. Today I'm here to refute the contentions put forth by the affirmative. As a reminder, my opponent's three secondary claims were that the Executive Amnesty will positively affect the state's labor system, the Obama's Executive Amnesty reduces government spending, and finally, the Executive Amnesty supports the U.S. policy of patriotic assimilation. The opponent mentions that immigrants are giving jobs to millions of Americans because they are more likely than native-born Americans to start businesses. However, the evidence put forth by the opponent only shows a portion of the broader picture. Although it is well established that immigrants are more likely to start businesses, the Fiscal Policy Institute's immigration research suggests that the majority of studies that showcase how immigrants are contributing to the U.S. businesses focus only on the number of legally incorporated businesses. This indicates that the seemingly perfectly picture that my opponent paints in regard to the high levels of immigrant entrepreneurship may very well be from legal immigration, from those who have documents and papers, and not from illegal immigrants. My opponent also argues that the illegal immigrants are giving jobs to millions, not taking away jobs. There is no clear evidence of this. In fact, the contrary is true. Granting amnesty to illegal immigrants contributes to an already existing surplus of low-skilled workers, increasing the job competition and driving down wages to the detriment of American workers. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, for the third quarter of 2014, only 45% of adult citizens native-born aged 18 to 65 and without a high school education are working. So in total, 27 million adult citizens aged 18 to 65 with nothing more than a high school diploma were unemployed in the third quarter of 2014. So if there are already 28 million unemployed Americans, how exactly will it help to introduce 5 million more illegal immigrants to the equation? Clearly, the President's Executive Amnesty puts those who are already having trouble finding work in immediate and direct competition with those who are illegal immigrants. A quick review of the statistics just mentioned indicate that less educated Americans are the ones that are being affected, not the high-skilled graduates or entrepreneurs that are immigrants. My opponent stated that Obama's Executive Amnesty reduces government spending. However, there is reason to believe the contrary is true. On the surface, my opponent's argument that a bigger economy will reduce national deficit seems right. However, a larger economy does not equate to a better economy. The United States has already a surplus of low-skilled workers. The economy will not grow by adding more of what we already have too much of. As noted by my opponent, yes, undocumented workers do not compete with skilled workers. However, there does not seem to be any consideration for Americans who only have a high school diploma. They will now face increased competition for the dwindling numbers of relatively well-paying jobs. Robert Rector, a budget analyst of the Heritage Foundation, states, on average, the illegal immigrant benefiting from the amnesty have a 10th grade education. The low education ensures they can't earn enough money or pay enough taxes to pay for the many benefits they'll get if they progress from temporary residence to legal residence and then to citizens. So contrary to my opponent's notion that as the economy grows, so do tax revenues, this is not the case. Once given Social Security numbers, the illegal immigrants will qualify for benefits of taxpayers' Social Security funds, and they never had to pay for it. They will also be eligible for Medicare. So basically, illegal immigrants suppress wages for already working American citizens, and they strain the social safety nets. Finally, my opponent stated that the Executive Amnesty supports the U.S. policy of patriotic assimilation, referencing George Washington's vision of America and the right of immigrants to seek a better life. My opponent alleges that the Executive Amnesty reflects the core foundation of the American way. However, how does the Executive Amnesty represent this if it is at its core unconstitutional? For instance, Judge Schwab of the Western District of Pennsylvania stated, President Obama's unilateral legislative action violates the separation of powers provided for the United States Constitution. Therefore, it is unconstitutional. Moreover, Arizona Attorney General Mark Norvich states, the President has a duty under Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution to take care and administer our laws, and that's what he's failing to do. Yes, I agree that there is a significant need for reform, but we should not toss away, but as a whole, illegal immigrant laws should not be just tossed away because millions of people decided to skip the step of coming here legally. Clearly, by bypassing Congress, Obama's intention to pass the Executive Amnesty does not abide to the customs, measures, and laws of the American Foundation as expressed by my affirmative. Thank you.